Good morning, good morning. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is Thursdays. You already know. Headed to the office. Before I do that, I wanted just to drop a little knowledge, drop a little, what I like to call some little bit of seeds, help you grow your mind, help you grow your business. Today's topic, I want to talk about how a buyer's agent can negotiate with a listing agent and stand out in front of the pack. And for me as a listing agent, I have a lot of experience with dealing with buyer's agents. And I can tell real quickly who is a professional and I can tell who's a real sloppy agent, right? I do not like to deal with sloppy agents. There's a lot of them out there, What is a sloppy agent? A sloppy agent is someone who doesn't follow up when he submits an offer, he or she submits an offer, doesn't follow the instructions on the agent remarks of how I want you to write up your offer, right? Because a lot of times you guys send in transfer disclosures that have nothing to do with the transaction yet, right? Let's get the offer accepted first, and then we can move on to step number 2 and get all the transfer disclosures. But what ends up happening is you send me 100 pages all together, and then I have to go in there and separate what I want and what I don't want, and then I have to restructure it so I can send it out to my client for DocuSigns for acceptance or for whatever the case is, right? So that really ticks me off, right? So communication, number 1. Number 2 is follow the instructions on the agent remarks, what it says on there, do exactly what it says on there, send in your offer the way it says it on there. Another thing that's also very important on your email is put the address of the property that you guys are submitting an offer on, and more importantly, right next to the address, put the name of the buyer. It makes it a lot more easier for me as a listing agent to find these offers and find your email in case, I look it over the weekend and, I follow back up on Monday. It doesn't get lost. Right? Time over time, I see you guys send me directly a DocuSign document, and I'm like, well, what is this DocuSign document for, right? I don't know if it's fraud. You guys know there's a lot of fraud going on with stuff like that. So we got to be, very, very, very cautious in what emails we open and etc. But nonetheless, that's important, right? So number 1, communication. Number 2 is to follow instructions on the agent remarks. And then number 3 is your offer. Is your offer completely filled out correctly, right? I want to look at initials. I want to make sure that my seller's name is on there. I want to see me as a listing agent, my information is on there. I want everything dated. I want the recent bank statements. I don't want 2-3 months old bank statements, which happens a lot. And number 4 is your DU approval. A DU approval goes so far because that further lets me know that your customer has gone that extra step to get the entire process of their approval done, right? So those are some minor things that I don't even care if your offer is a very strong offer. What I want to know is, number 1, am I dealing with the professional? Because you can give me $1 million, but if we're never going to close this deal, then what good does it do me for you to give me $1 million, right? That's kind of the concept that I put into my mind when I say that. So think about that. When you're out there submitting offers and you guys want to get, in front of us, a listing agent, there's a lot of us out there that's all we do is listings, right? They will, even if you don't get your offer accepted on this one for whatever reason, they will remember you. They will remember you next time around. They're either going to remember you because you were a good agent on the last offer or you were horrible. So there is no guarantee that your offer is going to get accepted. But what I can tell you is this: as a listing agent, right, I influence, and I'm sorry, again, you guys know this problem that I always have with this. I probably have to get like a curtain in the back of my car or something. But anyways, as a listing agent, time over time I run into these problems, and I can tell I've had agents that submitted some dirty offers, just horrible, just very unprofessional, no communication. In the email they don't put the address, they don't put the customer's name. Inside the email itself, they don't put the terms on there. It's real easy if you guys can do that. It makes it a lot easier for a listing agent to go through the offers, because remember, we're not only dealing with one offer. Sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 10. I mean, I got to a point back, 2021, I think I had some like 36 offers on one property, and it was really common at that time. Remember when the market was really hot and the rates were down? Well, so remember, we go crazy, right? We go crazy looking at all these offers. So the easier you make it for us, the easier we're going to want to work with. The easier we'll want to work with you, and then the easier it'll be for us to close this transaction. It doesn't take much, right? Sales price is important, absolutely, but if you're over giving me too much of the property is worth, then what you're doing is you're just enticing me with the candy that you and I both know we're never going to be able to eat, because the property is never going to appraise, right? So I see that a lot of the time, especially with agents that are from out of our area, try to send me in offers, 30, 40, 50 grand above And it's like, well, for number one, that further lets me know that you don't know our market. You don't know our area. The property is not going to appraise. So that's telling me you're trying to be sneaky. So those are some of the things. I like to keep my offers nice, strong, nice, clean, and just straight to the point. I don't like all the extra gibberish, transfer disclosures and the love letters and stuff like that. Because the reality, I'll be honest with you guys, the seller does not care about how much your client loves the home and what their personal situation is or whatever the case is, right? So those letters are now, I believe that I was told they're illegal now. You can't write those up anymore, which is, I think it's a really good thing, because that's just a waste of time. When someone decides to sell their home, they're not deciding to sell it because they want to do someone else a favor. They're deciding to sell it because they want to capitalize on their investment, right? So you're out there, you're submitting those offers, right? Take into consideration that these 4 topics I just gave you, again, is number one. Communication is number one. You got to communicate, text message, email. Don't overdo it. And what do I mean by that? I like to see an agent that emails me in the morning, maybe through the middle of the day, and maybe in the afternoon. All right, that's cool with me. Don't be that agent that calls me 20 times because I'm not answering my phone, and you just keep dialing and keep dialing because you're bored. Right? That's not a good sign. Number 2 is follow the buyer agent remarks. If there's any there, follow those instructions. That's important. Number 3 is the way you write up your offers. How clean is it? Is it all completely filled out? Is everything updated? Bank statements, all up to date. And then, and last but not least is a DU approval goes a long way, right? It goes a very long way for me as a listing agent, because that just further lets me know that, hey, you care about your customer. Your customer cares about getting qualified, getting approved for the home, and they're serious, right? So anyways, I wanted to give you that information, drop that little bit of knowledge. Listen, guys, it's Thirsty Thursdays. Guys, get to work. Let's make some money. I'm headed to the office now, 7:30, and about to do our daily training. So if you guys haven't checked that out, jump on Instagram. I post some of the videos there sometimes. But anyways, you guys have a great day. Make it a successful day. Let's make some money. Peace out. Take care.